y'all? So we received a folding bike to review. So the bike that we received is a KBO flip folding bike. And the reason I received the KBO bike is because KBO is one of my lady's favorite e-bike brands. And I think what she likes so much about KBO is the stability. Like, she feels very safe on KBO bikes. What I like about KBO bikes is the battery life. Like, usually the battery life is crazy. And I like how durable the KBO bikes tend to be. So this bike has a 500 watt motor. Not sure how fast it goes. We're gonna test that out. It's advertised to go 55 miles per charge. My experience with KBO, usually it goes more like 60 plus miles per charge, but we'll try to test that out too. This bike weighs 57 pounds. The maximum weight of the rider is 275 pounds. And it has a 48 volt, 15.6 amp hour battery. To purchase this e-bike, feel free to use my link and my code in the description below to get a discount. So what we're gonna do is unbox this, put it together, go through all of the features and everything. And then, because it is a folding bike, we're gonna fold it up, put it in my car, take it to maybe a more urban area, see what that's like. And because I believe this has all-terrain tires, we're gonna do a little bit of off-roading on this bike as well. So, hey, we're not that bad out here. Hey, all right, don't get too excited. You say, you happy the bike looks put together?
Yo, the bike is put together.
You think so?
You have to put on the pedals, put the handlebar up. Look.
So this is what the bike looks like fresh out the box. It does look like it's pretty put together, but I'm not gonna get too excited just yet, because we do have to take the wrapping off. And it does look like it was packaged pretty well. So this is what the bike looks like when we take all of the wrapping off. There are levels to how much a bike is fully assembled. Like when the headlight is already on, the front wheel is already on. So it looks like all we're gonna have to do is put the handlebar in this slot here on the front fork here, which is already installed, and put the pedals on. I think that's about it. So first we're gonna unfold the bike. So we are gonna have to unscrew these to put the handlebar through here. So this bike did come with two boxes, which are labeled here. Obviously comes with our pedals, because that's what it said on the box, and looks like the pedals are labeled there. And it came with some tools. It also came with our user's manual. Owner's manual looks really easy to follow here. Information about the 2-year warranty here. Love it when owner's manual show you the advanced settings here. Our battery charger to charge our 48 volt 15.6 amp hour battery. Okay, we now have to connect the headlight here, and it is color and it goes in a specific way. So we got this bike put together, only took us about 20 minutes. Only reason it took that long is because we did have to apply some lubricant on the left pedal to get it to screw in correctly. This bike from wheel to wheel is a little bit more than 5 feet 3 inches long. The seat at the lowest point from the floor is 2 feet 8 inches tall, and the handlebar, which is not adjustable. The handlebar from the floor is 3 feet 9 inches tall. And I must say this bike is slimmer than most, which I actually like, because it does make it easier to transport a bike like this, and it makes it easier to maneuver around people and objects. And this bike has 20 by 3 inch all-terrain tires. We usually get 20 by 4 inch on these folding bikes, but 20 by 3 inch can be preferred by some, because it does make the bike easier to transport. Get a look at our front and rear mechanical disc brakes here. Handlebar size is pretty standard for smaller folding bikes. It's about 1 feet 11.5 inches wide. Have our brakes on the handlebars. Have our standard Shimano gear shifter here, and we have 7 gears. Looks like we do have suspension in the front here, although they're not adjustable. Give y'all an idea of the suspension here. So when you have a bike that has a battery under the seat here, sometimes it can be a hassle, because you have to take the whole seat pole out in order to take your battery out, which is removable here. But with this seat, it has a lever here. You push this lever up, the seat folds, and then that makes it easier for you to remove your battery. Real nice touch. And this is where you will be charging your battery. You'll be plugging the battery charger into this here. Now on the other side of the bike, we have our keys here. And if you push this key in and turn it to your left, you can remove your battery here. If you turn the key here, you have to turn it one more time here to turn your bike on, okay? So that means that, and at that point you can't take the key out. So that means that you do have to ride your bike with your key in your battery. Let's now go ahead and turn the bike on. So we're going to press and hold the power button in the middle here. So the first thing I'm going to do is press and hold the plus button to turn my headlight on. So I press and hold that. And that turns my beefy headlight on here. Looks like you have to take this tag out for your rear light here. To turn my rear light on, it's a little bit more manual. There's a button right here under your rear light. You click that button and then that turns your rear light on. Looks like we do have a half twist throttle for throttle only here. Go through some of the basic items on the display here. Looks like I do have my speed here, and that's in miles per hour, but you can change that to kilometers if you want to. My headlight indicator, so let me turn that off. Which pedal assist mode you're in. So you can change mode by clicking the plus button or the minus button. Look like we have 3 different pedal assist modes. We have our odometer here, and we have how much battery life we currently have, and the power that I currently have here. Now if I quickly click the power button, I'll get more features on this display. If I click it, that turns into my trip odometer, so how many miles I'm riding on my current trip. Click it again, get my voltage. How long has it been since I had the bike on? If I press and hold the minus button, I will go into walk assist. To go into your advanced settings, you're going to press and hold the plus and the minus button. Again, all of your advanced settings are in your owner's manual. And again, this bike does fold, so if you want to fold your handlebar, you're going to click this up here, and then you're going to clamp that back like that, and then the handlebar folds. This wasn't very clear in the instructions, so I want to make sure I explain it here on how to fold the body of your bike. So there is a somewhat of a latch here at the bottom. You're going to move it that way, okay, and then you can undo that, and now I can fold my bike up here. So we're now going to make sure that we have a fully charged battery, and we're going to go outside, try out the different pedal assist modes. So we're about to try out the different pedal assist modes, starting with mode 1 here. Let's see how fast we're going on mode 1. All right. Pretty smooth takeoff, but that's usually the case with KBO bikes. Very gradual bikes. Hey. All right, 13, 14, barely 14. Mode 1, really great brakes. We're now gonna switch it to mode 2. Let's see how fast we go in mode 2. All right. Okay, still a gradual takeoff, but I'm gonna go up a gear here. 19. Okay, about 19 miles per hour. Mode 2. Let's now switch it to mode 3. And this bike is gradual, but I think we can hit the max speed. But let's back up just a little bit just to be sure. See how fast we go here. Loving the gradual takeoff again. Okay. 19. 22. Okay. 22 miles per hour, mode 3. I now want to try throttle only, so I'm just going to use my throttle. I'm not going to pedal. See how fast we going throttle only. And the throttle is even more gradual than pedal assist. But that's to be expected with KBO bikes. They usually focus more on safety, I believe. 17, 18, 19, 20. Like about 20. Keep going. 20 miles per hour, throttle only.
but don't feel like a whole lot.
Not a whole lot of suspension.
But when I did this thing,
Yeah.
I could feel it.
Okay. So, KBO flip, what are your thoughts?
This is a good first-timer's bike. This is a good commuter bike for people that live in the city. For this thing to be like compact, so you can just pick it up and go. It's light.
Yeah.
I like the fact that it's light. I like the fact that it has the throttle.
The twist throttle?
The twist throttle.
Yeah.
The brakes work really well. And I just feel like this is a good bike for people maybe are in a big city like
In a big city.
New York, this is y'all. Like anywhere where you need to use the most out of your space.
Gotcha.
It's a smooth ride. It's a smooth ride. The turns are good. I think that's because you're lower to the ground. KBO.
The seat? Seat terrible.
This is horrible.
One of the worst seats?
One of the worst. Not the worst, but one of the worst. I feel like the speed is good for people who are in the city.
In the city, yeah. So what would you give this bike on a scale from 1 to 10?
I'm going to give this bike a 8.5.
8.5?
No, I'm going to give it an 8.8.
8.8? That's real specific. Okay, so we are about to go on. We're about to test out how this bike performs on hills regarding the motor and the battery, so I'm not going to pedal, just throttle only. Pretty steep hill, about 35, 40 degree hill. Let's see how we perform here. So we're going into the hill now, throttle only. I'm not pedaling. Started at like 16. Okay. Okay, here comes the steepest part of the hill here. Still haven't went too far away from 16, which is good. Okay, 13. Ooh, 11. Well, that's 5 miles, 6 miles difference, 10. 9, yeah, I'm barely moving here. 8. 7. And for reference, I'm about 5'11". I weigh about 180. 5. Okay. So 5 miles per hour. So I lost about 11 miles. Now I gotta pedal to get through the hill. So I lost about 11 miles per hour. So I know this is not like a traditional all-terrain bike. It does have all-terrain tires, but it doesn't have like adjustable suspension in the front. But I figured we try some all-terrain. I figured we do an all-terrain test anyway. This is not too bad. A little bit of gravel, a little bit of grass. So let's see how good we do here. Okay. Actually, better than I thought it would be. I thought I would hear a lot of clanking and everything, but it's not too bad. You can tell it's not an all-terrain bike, don't get me wrong. But the suspension in the front is taking some of it. So, okay. So I think you can probably use this on grass. Yeah, maybe even a little gravel too, because the tires are not slipping at all. But you are going to compromise on your comfort. The very narrow sidewalks like this, there's no problem with a compact bike. So that's why I like them, more for urban commutes. You're going to work, you need to take it on the train. You need to avoid people, signs like this, things. That's what I like about compact bikes. So to me, it definitely beats scooters because you have the option to pedal. And you have more control over your vehicle, in my opinion. So KBO Flip, definitely one of the more portable bikes that I've reviewed on this channel. I love how light it is because of the frame, the light frame here, and the all-terrain tires that are only 3 inches wide. I do like the fact that they have this lever in the back of your seat here that you can use to quickly pull your battery out. I like the battery life. I went on a 10-mile bike ride only on mode 3 pedal assist, and that 10 miles I still had all my battery bars. But I will say, if you're taking this bike on a hill, throttle only, it will drain your battery quickly. I do wish the height of the handlebar was adjustable to accommodate different heights of riders. And I do wish the bike went a little bit faster, but I know with bikes that are this light, you're usually not gonna go too far above 18 miles per hour. This goes around 22. So on a scale from 1 to 10, I will give this bike a 8.5. If you're looking for a light bike for your urban commute, I think this would be a great bike for you. If you're new to e-bikes in general, I think this is also a good bike for you. Comment below on what you would give this bike on a scale from 1 to 10. Any other e-bikes you want me to review, also comment below. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.